welcome once again to Living Raw with Rosie. So today I'm going to make some cabbage tacos in these little cabbage boats, and it's kind of like a little Mexican taco twist to your regular tacos, I guess, the raw vegan version. So I want to start by showing you guys how to make ground beef. So-called ground beef that you would usually put in your taco or a burrito. This is one of my oldest. If you go back to my videos in the beginning when I used to live in Florida, this is how I usually make my so-called ground beef. So basically what you're gonna need is a bowl of chopped up portobello mushrooms. So in this case I'm using these little ones. You chop them up in small pieces, kind of like little, just roughly chopped small little squares. And you put it in a glass bowl like this, like I have here. And then you add your seasonings. Now, to this, you could add any seasoning that you like. These are the seasonings that I add. Pink Himalaya salt. Some black pepper, and some I usually use, like, you could use fresh, like chopped up onions and garlic, but in this case I'm using powdered onion and a powdered garlic and some cumin. So that's it. That's all I put. But I have in the past put Italian seasonings and other more spicy seasonings in here as well. So you put all these in here and you churn them, but they have to sit out. They have to sit for about, I would say, between half hour to an hour, because it's gonna just diminish half of its size, because it's gonna start releasing the salt, and letting it sit with the seasonings is gonna release all that moisture in the mushrooms. So once you do that, once you season them and you put them in your bowl, then I did one earlier and this was full, and as you can see it's half the size already. So you're gonna get a strainer and another glass cup or bowl, and then you're gonna put the mushrooms in there. And basically what you're gonna do is just start straining all that liquid out of the mushrooms, so you'll have your ground beef. And like I said, you can make this spicy. You could add all kinds of spices. It's really up to you. If you would just want salt and pepper, it also tastes good. Oh, I'm sorry. Besides all those spices, I'm really lacking here. Besides all those spices, you add lime juice. So I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, you add lemon or lime juice. In this case I only have lime, so I use lime, and I'll do that in a minute with that. But since I have this one that's already been sitting for about an hour, now I'm gonna strain all the liquid, and as you see, the portobello mushrooms is releasing all that liquid, and it does kind of look like ground beef, like cooked ground beef. The smaller you do the pieces, the more it's gonna look like it. So you see all that liquid coming out of the mushrooms, the portobello mushrooms. By the way, you could also do this with the little white mushrooms as well. I think I saw some, I don't know if it's Costco or Sam's Club had some organic ones, which is pretty exciting. These portobello mushrooms, I don't think they were organic, but I did give them a good rinse before I used them. But try to get it organic if you can. Usually I do get all my produce organic, but portobello mushrooms are hard to find organic. And once you get all that liquid squeezed out of it, see? So you have all that liquid out, and what you're left is with these mushrooms. So I'll be right back, and I'm going to... Okay guys, before I continue with the recipe, I just want to show you how beautiful and super cold it is over here in Utah right now, because it's snowing outside. So this is right outside my front porch. I'm looking out. This is my kitchen window. I'm looking out. As you can see, it's snowing outside. If you look far to your left, you can see the snow falling. It's so beautiful outside. This morning, the whole street was covered in snow until the plow passed by and they cleared it. But yep, this is the weather right here. So let's continue with the recipe. Hey, so now we're gonna make the cauliflower rice for our burrito. So the clip that you just saw on my portobello mushroom ground beef, that is, well, supposedly ground beef. It's supposed to mimic that. I did that clip yesterday because I had to stop taping because it was really cloudy outside and I had bad lighting. It looks like today there's better lighting. So I'm going to finish up the recipe today. Okay, so for cauliflower rice, you just need a bunch of cauliflower florets like this. And we're going to put them in the food processor. So just put, sometimes I put all of them. Sometimes I just put half because, put them on the plate because I'm actually going to use this bowl. Sometimes I put half because if I put like all of them, they won't process very fine. And I want it to process kind of fine like rice. So you just hit pulse until you have kind of like that rice consistency. That's what you're looking for. Okay. That's looking good. There's a little chunk that didn't process, but the rest looks pretty good. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Just like that. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the bowl. And I forgot to get a spatula. So let me grab a spatula. Okay, here we go. So you just put it all in the bowl. Now I'm going to do the other half. And I do have a video long time ago again from my videos from when I lived in Florida on how to make cauliflower rice, but this is kind of like my new improved recipe. So delicious. So you can make like red cauliflower rice and just add tomato to it and make it like red Mexican rice, or the way I'm going to do it right now, which has been my favorite lately. I think you guys are going to enjoy this recipe. Okay, so there's the rest of it. I'm going to pour. It doesn't take long. Oops, there's another piece. No, I think it's good. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys my trick to my rice. So as I've been making it over the years, I've been perfecting on how to make it. Okay. Move this out of the way. So we're going to end up putting all this into our nut milk bag. And like I said, you guys could order these on Amazon just for a couple of dollars. There's different prices. Let me see if I can pour that in without using a spoon. I always end up getting myself in trouble when I try to do shortcuts. It looks like it's working. Put it in there. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, so once it's in there, the trick to having this, actually I should have done this, sorry, I just gotta go back in the bowl. I skipped a step here. The way to release all the liquid out of here before we put it in the nut milk bag is, the secret is to sprinkle a little bit of Himalaya pink salt on it, or sea salt, any type of healthy salt that you guys use. I'm also going to put a little bit of black pepper in my rice, just because I like that little flavor in there. So once you do that, you get your spoon or spatula and mix that in really well. And what the salt does, the salt starts making the liquid, it starts making the cauliflower actually release the liquid faster. So you kind of save time in squeezing all the liquid out of here. Okay, so now we're going to put it back into our nut bag. I don't think I'm going to try that trick again. I might end up spilling it. But now I'm just going to scoop it up. And I could feel it not as loose. So it's kind of like a little bit tighter. It's tightening together. It's not as powdery as it was once you put the salt in it. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Just get the last of it here and put it in the bag. This recipe is so good. You guys are gonna love it. So worth doing it. So I usually make this is half a head of cauliflower. Right now it's in season, so it's so delicious. But sometimes I do a whole head of cauliflower and just save it. Okay, so now I'm gonna start just squeezing, and you can see that liquid. It's just coming out really quick. And this is the way I make my rice for sushi as well. So same recipe when I make my sushi. Just add a little bit of that Himalaya salt, and it's gonna make all that liquid come out really quick. So it saves you a lot of time in squeezing that liquid out of the rice. There we go. Let's see. So I'll be right back, and now we're gonna finish the rice, and we're also going to make a salsa and a little pico de gallo for our burritos. All right, so now we're gonna put the cauliflower here in a bowl, and we're gonna add a little bit. We're gonna add two things to it. Since it already has the salt, and some of the salt was released in the liquid, you could feel free to add salt if you want. So I'm gonna squeeze just a little bit of lime juice. You could do lime or lemon juice. I'm gonna do lime right now. And then I'm gonna put diced cilantro. So this is just fresh cilantro that I diced up, and I'm gonna put in there and mix it up. So it makes this really delicious cilantro rice. And like I said, you can use this recipe for your sushi rice. It's so delicious. And for the sushi, the only difference is you add tahini and a little bit of salt, because the tahini is gonna make, I'm picking up my little cilantro that's spilled there, because the tahini is gonna make the rice stick together, the cauliflower rice stick together for your sushi. It's so good. Okay, so this is all we need for this rice, just a little bit of lime juice, the cilantro, and I want you guys to, oh, actually, you know, there was a big chunk of cauliflower in there from earlier. Okay, so I want you guys to look at that, how beautiful that looks. I'm gonna taste it, and I'll tell you guys what it tastes like. Good, yummy. Oh, so good. Needs a little bit of more lime juice for my taste, and a little bit more salt. So I'm gonna add a little bit more salt and lime juice to it. Just a pinch of salt. Like I said, I think that's most of the salt went with that liquid when we were squeezing it in the nut bag. All right, so this one's done. So now, oh, let me taste this. Perfect, you guys, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside. Now I'm gonna actually make the little pico de gallo. So for the pico de gallo, the only thing you need, again, really easy, tomato, cilantro, and onion. So cilantro is just fresh coriander, and that's all you need. You could dice up some avocado on the side as well, but I'm saving the avocado because I'm gonna make an avocado mash for this, or else I would put the avocado there. I just didn't want to have like too much avocado. All right, so I'm just gonna put this in a bowl, the onions, the cilantro, and some of the tomato. just like so. Mix that up. And grab a spoon. Check my wooden spoon over here. Okay, so once you do that again, a little bit of lemon or lime juice, whichever you, oh, these limes are so big and juicy. And a little pinch of salt to taste. That's totally up to you. If you guys want if you have a nutritional salt with you, and you just mix it up like this. Big chunk of onion there, I don't want. So it should look like this. Oh, you guys, it smells so good. I'm actually gonna put a little bit more tomato and cilantro because I think I put a lot of onion. So I don't want it too oniony. And I know I'm using a lot of cilantro in this recipe, as you're gonna see in a minute. There. Oh, that smells so good, you guys. Yummy. But cilantro is actually really, really healthy, and so we're gonna put that aside. And it gets rid of toxins and heavy metals in your body. So any heavy metals that we have from toxins, from just environmental and food as well, if you eat processed food, that helps get rid of them. So we have our cilantro, we have our pico de gallo. Now I'm gonna make a little fresh salsa. So for the fresh salsa, you're gonna need garlic. Mine's is already sprouting there. Just a little garlic clove. And I've had this garlic for a while in the refrigerator because it's organic garlic and it's kind of hard to find sometimes. So I really, really take care of my garlic. A little piece of serrano, or I think jalapeno chili from my garden this summer actually. Diced up tomato, some more cilantro, and just a couple pieces of onion. I know, using a lot of the same ingredients, but you're gonna see that the flavors are gonna be different each way you prepare them. Okay, so we're gonna put all that into the blender, and we're just gonna pulse that. Basically, you can put it in a small food processor as well if you have one. So my blender was running dry with the ingredients, as you can see. So I'm gonna need a little bit more liquid in there of some sort. So I decided to I was gonna put more tomatoes, but I don't have any of my tomatoes are not ripe right now, but I have organic cherry tomatoes, so I'm just gonna throw those in there. Hopefully that'll work. Get that going there. So let's try that. Yep, looks like it's working. I'm gonna bring the sides down too. So I'm gonna bring the sides down. Oh, this smells so good, guys. Oh, yummy. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Oh yeah. Oh, yummy. Looks a little green, more like green salsa because of the cilantro. Oh, I can smell the spiciness. Oh, yummy. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the bowl, and I'm gonna put that in the bowl, and I guess that's it. That's probably the preparations. Now I'm gonna put everything together, and we're gonna get our little burritos, and I'll show you guys how I do that. Ow, actually, one more thing. My avocado mash. So how I do this, because I'm using avocado guacamole type of avocado for my burritos. So what I do is I get half an avocado and I just dice it. I squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on it, and I get me a fork. Again, I am not prepared. I'm sorry, guys. And then I just start mashing in the avocado, especially if it's super ripe. You guys could just do it in there, just like that. And since I'm done with this, I'll be right back and I'll show you guys how we assemble our burrito. Alright, so I'm so excited. Everything is ready. It's prepared. I'm so hungry and I can't wait to show you guys how it looks. So what I did is I got some cabbage, as you can see right here. I got like a big green cabbage and I took the core out with a knife. And once you take the core out, you could start taking the leaves apart and until you get to the center of it and they start getting smaller and smaller. So you get these really cute little cabbage boats. And if you don't want to use these, as I showed you in past videos, you could use big colored green leaf. You just kind of, with a little knife, start taking that stem off. Let's see, I took it off earlier. So it was like this, and I just kind of just cut the stem off carefully without damaging my big colored green leaf. And they're in season 2, so they're so yummy right now. So I'm gonna make 2 types of burritos and show you guys how you can make this into like a taco or a burrito with the color green. So what we have here is our portobello mushrooms, ground beef. I made bigger chunks, but you guys could cut it in smaller chunks and it actually does look like ground beef. And here is our cilantro cauliflower rice. Then we have our pico de gallo, which is just basically onions, tomatoes, cilantro, lime juice, and a little bit of pink Himalaya salt. And then we have our salsa, which again, it's green salsa, which is cilantro, onion, and tomato, and a little garlic and little seasoning, salt. Let's see, yeah, tomato, onion, cilantro, garlic, lime juice, and salt. So that makes in my little jalapeno piece in the blender. And I added some cherry tomatoes just to make it a little bit more liquidy. So this is optional. You guys don't have to add it. And I just diced up some radishes. So I'm going to start assembling, I'm going to do a lettuce wrap first. So we're going to do the portobello mushrooms first. Put them in. Actually, you know what? Let me put this back down because it's better if you do the oh, I'm sorry, and I forgot to tell you guys, the guacamole that I just kind of diced it up and just mushed it in there. So first I'm going to do that because I want my avocado at the bottom, like this. I want to smear all that in there, and that's going to hold my portobello mushrooms, my so-called ground beef in there. So it's going to kind of stick to the bottom so it doesn't slide off. So now I'm going to do my rice, my cauliflower rice in my burrito. And you can put as much or as little as you like. Now we're going to do the pico de gallo. Oh, this looks so pretty. The colors are amazing, you guys. I'm going to put a little bit of radishes in there. Radishes are optional, but they are in season. And then a little bit of my salsa. I didn't taste the salsa for you guys, but what I did have to add a little bit of pink Himalaya salt. It just needed it. So there you go. That is, oh, let's see, I don't know if you guys can see. So there's my burrito. I'm going to try that. And they actually roll up really nice like this, and they close up really nice and fine. I'm going to try that for you guys. Look at that, you guys. So good. Yummy. So I'm going to leave that there. You could put a, oh God, that's so good, you guys. A toothpick in the center just to keep it closed. So now we're going to do our collard green burrito. Oh, again, the avocado first. Smear that in there. just like that. You could put more or less depending on how you want it. Put the mushrooms. Oh, it looks so pretty. I'm gonna actually move all this aside so you guys could see me assemble it. Okay, now the rice. The pico de gallo. Oh, this looks so pretty. I hope you guys could see. The salsa. And the salsa makes a big difference because a lot of the veggies are dry and that really makes it delicious. And if you have any of your own salsa recipes or anything that you guys like to add, you could add to it. So as you see, just like that. So now we're going to just fold it in and bring that sides in and then just keep rolling it. And there we go. So let me grab my knife. And there's a little burrito wrap. Show you guys what it looks like. There you go with everything. You got your little so-called ground beef, your rice, and all your veggies in there, and the salsa. So I'm going to try this one for you guys as well. Mmm. Mmm. Yummy. Mmm. Mmm. I don't know if it's because of the green leaf, but I actually like it better there than the cabbage. And the cabbage is pretty good, but the green is amazing. Mmm. Yummy. So there you have it. My burrito slash wraps or tacos, whatever you want to call it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, like. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, where I post daily information on health and what I eat daily sometimes. Also follow me on Instagram, where I also post what I make and what I eat, and basically more on Instagram what I eat sometimes daily. But on Facebook, lots of great information and recipes as well. I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.